Hello students, in the previous lecture we discussed about the energy level diagram of semiconductors. Everyone is going after the purity, but while making the jewelries of gold we use 22 carats of gold instead of 24 carat of gold. That is, we do not use so much of purity in making the jewelries. Reason is that it is very soft to handle. So sometimes impurity is also essential. In the case of semiconductors also, if we add impurities, then its conductivity increases. So today's topic is about pure and impure semiconductor. Pure we call as intrinsic and impure we call as extrinsic. So one by one we will be discussing about intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor. So first, intrinsic semiconductor. We have learnt in the previous class that there are two bands over here. Valence band and the conduction band. At 0 Kelvin, this conduction band is empty, whereas valence band is filled. But as the temperature increases, these electrons are now free to move to conduction band. That is, at room temperature, some free electrons are there in the conduction band and some holes are developed in the valence band. That is, now the current is due to holes as well as electrons. That means holes are also the charge carriers and these electrons are also the charge carriers. Because the holes invite the free electrons to occupy them, so this is the cause. That is why we say that holes are also the charge carriers. And in intrinsic semiconductor, number of holes is equal to number of free electrons. This is equal to, we say, Ni, that is number of intrinsic particles. Now talking about its conductivity. Its conductivity we can see as the temperature increases, then only it will be conductive. So what can be the drawbacks? First drawback, that we cannot control it. It is directly controlled by the temperature. Then Ni is equal to Nh. This is another drawback for this. So its conductivity is less. Now how to increase its conductivity? For that we need to add some impurity, and it is called extrinsic semiconductors. Now impurities also can be of two types. It can be pentavalent or it can be trivalent. Now why we are using this pentavalent and trivalent? We are taking silicon. This is in your 14th group and pentavalent is in your 15th group and trivalent is in your 13th group. That means size does not vary much. So while preparing the lattice, if instead of silicon we are putting pentavalent or trivalent, the lattice does not get disturbed. This is the reason we are taking pentavalent or trivalent impurities. And the process is called duping. So duping means that we are taking the impurities of our choice and also adding the number of impurities by our choice. We should know that when we add one impurity, one element of impure element in 100 million of silicon, then the conductivity increases by 11 times. So we need to control this duping also. Now let us understand in detail about pentavalent duping and trivalent duping. Now if we talk about pentavalent doping. this is our lattice. And these are the sharing done by the silicon atoms. Now, if instead of one silicon, I am taking here pentavalent, for example, I am taking here phosphorus, then there are 5 electrons over here. To complete it octet, how much is needed? 3 are needed. So that means one is shared by this silicon, another is shared by this silicon, another is shared by this one, and one more is shared by this one. But one is free. This electron is free. What about the energy of this free electron? The energy of this free electron lies near the conduction band here. So we can see that it increases the conductivity. So what are the major charge carriers over here? These are electrons. Now if electrons are present, that does not mean that hole becomes zero. It cannot happen like this, because here also this is followed. Ni equals to Ni square, rather this is equal to Nh into Ne. If we are increasing Ne, Nh will decrease, but it cannot be zero. Now this type of impure semiconductor, when it is doped by pentavalent, these pentavalent elements are called as donor, because they are giving the free electrons, and we can see that the conductivity is also increased. If I talk why conductivity increased, because we know that the formula of current is this N is the number of charge carriers. Here the number of charge carriers is increased, so the conductivity has increased. Now talking about the trivalent dopants. These are the silicon, and here I am taking boron, trivalent. So now how many boron are having here? 3 valence electron. So one is shared by this silicon, another one, another one. This is shared again by this silicon, and this is shared by this silicon. What about the fourth silicon atom over here? It is free. It is not being shared by the boron one. So that means there is a hole present over here. So free electrons can come and occupy this hole. So we call here hole as the majority carriers. And same way, if there are holes, there should be free electrons also. Because here also the same thing, Ni square is equal to Ne into Nh. If Nh increases, Ni will decrease. Now talking about the energy level of this hole. Where will be the energy level of this hole? This is your valence band and this is your conduction band. The energy of this hole lies near to the valence band. So we can see here that holes are being provided by the trivalent elements. So this is called acceptor. Thus we can see that by adding trivalent and pentavalent, that is by doping, we are increasing the conductivity. In the next class we will be studying about forward biasing and reverse biasing. Thank you children.